This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports. I'm bringing you a film session on Jordan Phillips, and this is a very exciting time. And this video is also brought to you by BetUS, where you'll receive 125% deposit bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. And we had a link in the description, so go ahead and give yourself a chance to try to come up on your knowledge. So getting right into the video with Jordan Phillips. Jordan Phillips is a very intriguing prospect. He's somebody that I've been very high on for some time. I'm talking about a long time. Matter of fact, when I wrote my first book on the Boss Cowboy Guide, Jordan Phillips literally was my top defensive tackle. So on my very first book, he was the #1 free agent defensive tackle on the list. And the major reason why is not just his play, because on that year he was right at 10 sacks, and he was looking to still be a value according to Spot Track, and it was a super deep defensive tackle free agent class that year. So it was something that I was aggressively targeting. So if I just kind of showcase, you can kind of see some of the names that was on that list, like Chris Jones, and just a lot of good talent in that free agent class. So obviously, you know, Jordan Phillips is somebody that makes a lot of sense for the Dallas Cowboys, and you can see from the tape, you still can see a lot of athleticism on him. So, you know, when you look at Jonathan Hankins and you look at him, he's more athletic. Jonathan Hankins does a better job at doubles. But the one thing that you'll clearly also see about him is he also is very versatile as a defensive tackle. You can see his ability to close right there, but they also had him playing close to the 5. So, you know, he can play anywhere from the 0 to the 3 to the 5, which is crazy, you know. And this is a quality defensive tackle pick, and he's a super big boy. I mean, he's huge. So Jordan Phillips is 6'6", 341 pounds. Yeah. So a lot of us, we've been very high and screaming for defensive tackle, and we got our chance. You know, you getting a guy, as you can see, he takes on the doubles well. He's massive. He's also very intense. We know him very well, even with the Dallas Cowboys. Like, the Dallas Cowboys have dealt with him, and he's given Dallas problems. Yeah, Dak Prescott know him very well. His ability to get after it. Yeah, Dak has seen this. You know, the Cowboys have seen this. That's why it's even surprising that it was a trade with him, and you can just see him just getting after it. You know, he's real nasty, especially, you know, going against teams like Dallas, and he seems to get up for bigger games. But as you can see, Big Boy is very athletic. He doesn't move like a little man at all. He moves like, you know, he doesn't move like a big man. He moves like a little man, you know. So, you know, and he talks a lot. You know, he's very exciting type of player. It's gonna be interesting to see what type of moxie that he actually brings to the locker room. It's also a massive help to Mozzie. It's a great deal. And when you look at the details, you just, you know, shout out to front office. We've been really beating the drum for this for some time. And when you look at the fact that they made this
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.
Trade with the Giants, trading Jordan Phillips to the Cowboys. Article by USA Today, and just looking at the details of it, the Giants are sending Phillips and a 7th round draft pick in 2026 to the Dallas Cowboys in exchange for a 6th round draft pick in 2026. So it's, it's one of those deals that makes sense, especially when you start looking at it from a trade. And I was hearing the rumors of people like Linval Joseph, and I never liked it. I never liked it after minicamp started and the rookie camp started. Once that started, and then once those days got behind us, it no longer, in my opinion, made any sense to go after a guy like Linval Joseph that's off the street. I was more so hoping that we got a guy like this where we made a trade for somebody that was actually on a team, somebody that was actually obviously in the camp. Because you're on a team and you're in the camp, that means you're around the doctors. You still focus on trying to make a team. More than likely, you was tested. You had to go through testing. When you get back from the summer, so it shows that likely you have the conditioning. So a guy like this is similar to Hankins, where he's gonna likely hit the ground running, just having to learn Zimmer's terminology, which how tough is that going to be when you basically playing a 0 tech to a 3 tech? You're not playing cover 2, cover 3, cover 4. You playing in the trenches. It's not rocket science, man. Be the nastiest, be the strongest, get massive push, and don't get pushed. It's gorilla on gorilla, dog on dog, man on man. So, man, look at that, man. How do you not get excited for this? So it's a very good move. It's a very good move. This is what we've been waiting on. It's really to a point to where you could almost say, sign CD, sign Dak, and let's start the season. Now it's time to start the season. I'm gonna be all the way honest though, man. People go call me greedy, but I'm not. I did listen to Zimmer. Zimmer was real clear though. Remember, he said we need some noses. Obviously. What you talking about, boss? Well, what's crazy is right before this signing, I did this video where Zimmer said this.
Some more noses, obviously. See how these young guys do. Mozzie's done a good job in there. We got to find some more noses, obviously. See how these young guys do. So we'll just kind of go from there.
It's more. Did he say nose or noses? I heard plural noses. Call me greedy, but hey, I still want us to kind of keep our eye open, and we gonna have to watch him under the lights. Like, he still hasn't officially passed the full test until he passed the tape test under the light. He got to put on them Dallas Cowboy football pads, and when he put on them Dallas Cowboy football pads and we see this type of activity, feet work, agility, strength, power, all the stuff you see when he play us, when you see that when he in a Dallas Cowboy uniform, okay, we'll go ahead and officially close that door. But I want to make sure that I deliver to y'all, the shoes. I've been calling it the shoes on this channel for a minute. Whenever I was talking about defensive tackle, I refer to them as the shoes, because no outfit is at its best until you put shoes on it, until those shoes look good. And finally, man, I want to you know, obviously acknowledge that Stephen Jones did get it done. He made a promise back then in March. Listen.
You know, there's usually, you know, big defensive tackles out there that you can pick up. I know the Eagles picked up a couple years ago, you know, late in the game, and you know, just feel like there's going to be some opportunities there at that position as well. You know, to add something, you know, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
Yep, he said add some depth and competition for camp, and I think they went about it their way. We was all beating the ground for it, but they wanted to look at their guys first. So they took a look at Mozzie. They took a look at the young guys, the depth from preseason. And be honest, Mozzie looked decent. He looked pretty good. I think one of the things that escalated this signing is the fact that Mozzie was also super gassed after the first drive. So it makes you know that you likely gonna need some type of veteran rotation in there. And I think it kind of, you know, added to the sense of urgency that the Dallas Cowboys needed. And I think that's why they finally went in and traded, because, you know, they went out there and they had to do a deal, get on the phones, work the phones, and work their prospect list of free agents. They got it done. So shout out to front office for getting it done. You know, I still say keep your eye open, you know, for additional free agents, but they got it done. You know, Mozzie now has some type of help. I think he still might need more help, but Steven promised that, you know, we was going to take that next level when we able to run the ball and stop the run. Well, the Dallas Cowboys, they really did today took a step in the right direction. They took a step towards stopping the run with Jordan Phillips. So it's your boy Boss Cowboy Sports, bringing you another video sponsored by obviously our new sponsor BetUS, where you'll get 125% deposit bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. The link is in the description, man. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys, Jordan Phillips, man. And man, I'm so happy we finally got us some shoes, man. Let's go.
This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.